Good morning, boys and girls. Do you remember that this month we're talking about two fruits of the Spirit? One is meekness, the other is self-control. What do we mean by those? Well, meekness is when you are not a show-off. You don't have to brag about things, but you're still confident, but you don't have to be loud about it. And you usually will put other people first. That's a meek person. Self-control is when you choose to do what you're supposed to do, and you choose not to do the things you're not supposed to do. Those are our two fruit of the Spirit for this month, the month of March. Now, I'm going to tell you about some class clowns in just a minute. But before that, I'm going to show you the memory verse for this month. Here it is. Colossians 1:10. That you might walk worthy of the Lord, unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God. Colossians 1:10. Is this what you want for your life? I hope it is, because that is what the Holy Spirit wants to grow inside of you. All right. So, getting to our class clowns. Do you know what a class clown is? I'm going to be showing you 4 different kinds of class clowns. You've probably seen some of these in your own classroom. I hope it's not you. I hope you're not the class clown, because that would not be showing the fruit of the Spirit. And these class clowns, I'm going to show you how they are not meek and they are not under self-control. Okay? So, let's get to the first one. This is Rowdy Rudy. You've probably seen someone like this who he never sits still. He's never quiet. He's always going on and on. He's showing off. He wants everybody to look at him and not look at the teacher. He thinks he's really funny. And some people even laugh at him. But most of the kids in the class wish that Rowdy Rudy would be quiet. And so they could learn what they're supposed to. Because he's distracting everybody from what the teacher's saying. So, Rowdy Rudy is not meek, because a meek person does not show off. He doesn't brag. He's not noisy all the time. He can sit quietly, and he listens to what other people say. All right, that's Rowdy Rudy. I hope that's not you. Okay, the next class clown is Myron Milktoast. Look at him. He looks kind of nervous, doesn't he? He's probably exactly the opposite of Rowdy Rudy, because he's very quiet. But the reason he's quiet is he's afraid. He's afraid the teacher's going to notice him. He's afraid the teacher's going to call on him for an answer, and he doesn't know the answers. He's just afraid. Now, some people think that that's what meekness is like, but it's not. That's just weakness, not meekness. we know that Jesus was meek, and he was not afraid. He was not afraid to stand up for what was right. He was not afraid to speak up when he needed to speak up. But he was meek. He was confident. And he put other people first. That's Myron Milktoast. He's not meek, is he? No. So now we've had Rowdy Rudy and we've had Myron Milktoast, and we see that neither of them are meek. What do we mean by meek again? You don't show off. You don't brag about things. You don't think you're so funny that everybody should pay attention to you. You're confident. You're strong in your confidence. You know that you can do the right things. You can stand up for what's good. You can speak up when you need to. And you like to put other people first. That's meekness. But now we're going to talk about two class clowns who do not have self-control. The first one is Suzie Q. And Suzie Q does not have self-control. You see what she's doing? She's painting her fingernails when she's supposed to be listening. And she spends a lot of time painting her fingernails, thinking about the boys, batting her eyes at the boys, you know. She wants attention. And she's not stupid. She's smart enough, but she just doesn't want to do the right things. She doesn't want to do what she's supposed to do. She wants to do all this other stuff. She doesn't have any self-control. Now, the things she does, painting her fingernails, is that a bad thing? No, not really. But it's a bad thing when you do that instead of doing what you're supposed to do, see? Or daydreaming about something else. Daydreaming can be okay, but not when you're supposed to be doing something else. Not when you're supposed to be listening, paying attention. Okay, so Suzie Q does not have self-control. And now we come to the last one of our class clowns. And I wonder if you've seen anybody like this. This is Johnny Rebel. He likes to do the things that he knows his teachers and his parents don't want him to do. So he knows what they want him to do, but he's not going to do those things. He's going to do the opposite. He calls it freedom, but the Bible calls it rebellion. When you don't do the things that you know you're supposed to do, instead you do something that you know you're not supposed to do, that's rebellion. And so rules in school are good because they help us to learn. Rules from our parents are good because they're doing it to take care of you. They make the rules to keep you safe, to keep you on the right track. But Johnny Rebel, he doesn't want anything to do with those rules. He's going to do what he wants to do. And that is definitely not self-control, is it? If he keeps on this way, he probably is going to be like this the rest of his life. And that could cause him all kinds of trouble when he gets to be an adult. So we need to have self-control, not be like Johnny Rebel or like Suzie Q. So, the fruit of the Spirit: meekness, not being a show-off, not being a bragger, but having confidence and putting other people first. That is meekness. Self-control, when you know what you should do and you do it. And you don't do the things that you know you should not do. That's self-control. So, next week, I'm going to tell you a story about someone in the Bible who was meek. And I think you probably heard about this man, but I'm going to wait till next week to tell you who it was, okay? All right. Bye-bye. See you next week.